Hey guys, welcome to Gods Unchained with the Professorf and FakeMews. We're back with this week's musing. We're recording on Friday today. How are you doing, FakeMews?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a busy week for me, so we missed our usual recording time, and we don't really have a set schedule. We kind of just do when we can, but Friday's a good day to do it. You having a good Friday so far?
Yeah, I went to KFC today, so I had what we call fine dining here in the South. It's about as classy as it gets. So we went all the way up to the Kentucky Fried Chicken here in Alabama. Yeah, we do have that type of technology here, so it was pretty good.
What's your go-to at KFC?
I get the five-piece tenders snack, then I get the hot sauce.
Okay.
I'm not I'm not fancy enough to get my own meal yet, so you just get the tender snack. It comes with a biscuit too, so five tenders and a biscuit.
Yeah, so I noticed that you're a tender slash nugget guy, because I mean at Wendy's your go-to is nuggets, right? So, I mean, do you ever get actual chicken, or do you always just go with the tenders or nuggets?
Nah, and I can do boneless wings as well, but yes, basically tenders and nuggets. And you could say that boneless wings are just chicken nuggets with sauce,
Yeah.
and that's pretty close.
Uh, if you had to choose, would you go nugget or tender?
Usually tender.
Okay, okay. So you like the big pieces and the big chunks of meat,
Yeah, gotta have the hot sauce though.
the hot sauce. So usually tenders and nuggets recently have evolved or has gone towards white meat only. So do you prefer white meat on the chicken then?
I mean, I'm not really sure. They advertise white meat and all that stuff, and advertise all this stuff. And I mean, when you go to those fast food places, you're basically just eating whatever they can find.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've probably eaten some human meat and stuff
Oh
like
God.
that. It's
Oh
just
God.
you never know what they actually serve at the Kentucky Fried Chicken. I've heard that the chickens have overtaken the humans there, and they might be serving humans. I don't know.
I think
But
you just
it was good either way.
I think you just slandered KFC. We're gonna get sued. We our our all our revenue is gonna be gone by from KFC suing us.
Yeah, all the $0 and
Yeah,
0 cents of revenue we're getting from this
we
video
we're
is going to be taken away.
we're dead. We're dead. We're done. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but now keep in mind, I did say that it was still good,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
so I didn't quite slander them as much as you could.
Yeah, yeah. You put a positive on it. That's good. Do you guys have a Popeyes chicken in that area?
But yeah, Popeyes is my favorite restaurant,
Okay.
but the problem is it's like about a 25-minute drive. So that's when you, for real special occasions, you go to the Popeyes.
That's when you're feeling really fancy.
Yes, yeah, for that's really special occasions. But the KFC is only 10 minutes from where I live, so it's significantly closer.
Okay. And at Popeyes, I'm assuming you get their chicken tenders, but also the spicy one probably.
Well, yeah, you can get the hot sauce that Popeyes has is the best.
Yeah,
They have a Louisiana hot sauce that's really good.
wow. We're pretty, so yeah, our taste in chicken's pretty similar. So I'm also a tender guy. I used to get white meat breast chicken, but then when tenders became popular, I jumped on the tenders train. I also like to get the hot sauce, and I also agree that Popeyes is better, and their hot sauce is better than all the other ones. So yeah, you and me, we could have a tenders hot sauce party when we get together.
Yes, yes, for sure. In
Awesome.
fact, when I was in San Francisco on my work trip, I ate at a Popeyes. So
Oh,
there you go. Now it was twice as expensive as the Alabama Popeyes for the same order. So you have
really?
that problem there.
Oh.
Yes.
So basically, what you're saying is while you're at Alabama, you should be enjoying as much Popeye as you can because it, you can't get it any other else in the country for that price.
I don't know about other places in the country. I think that was more of an indictment on California prices than it
Yeah,
was of anything about Alabama.
yeah, yeah. Probably the same exact quality, but yeah, they're getting away with charging more in California. The hipsters want to pay more, make them feel special. All right.
Well, they gotta keep out the peasants. So yeah,
Yeah, starve them out. All right. Let's go into our hot topic. How did your weekend rank go?
it was terrible.
You did your
I
18.
already forgot what
You
happened.
already forgot, but you did your 18.
Yeah, I played 18 decks, and I think I won 11 of them. It was very mediocre.
But you did predict that if trend continues, it was going to be a downslide from the previous 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, well, I predicted 13 wins and
Hmm.
ended up with 11. So I missed the mark by 2 games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least double digits, still pretty good. You said you forgot about it, but you know, was it? Did you feel like anything stood out, any decks, or you were just pretty much just going through the games?
Yeah, I mean, I got off to a bad start and deranked, so I
Uh,
think I was like 3 wins and 5 losses, deranked, and then went on a big winning streak after deranking, which is something I've done quite a bit.
yeah.
Ended up salvaging 11
Okay.
after the 3 and 5 start.
So you employed your other weekend rank strategy, which is beating up on the lower ranked players.
Yes, yes, that's a classic go-to. And this time I lost like the first game and didn't derank, so they've
Oh.
changed their system. I had to have a -2 instead of just a -1 to derank.
Oh, okay, okay. So they're building a little cushion just for you. They GU must have listened to our show and heard how much the ranking system wasn't working well, and they've tweaked it
They're
just for us.
Yeah, they tweaked it. They're like, "Hey, we don't want anyone deranking after 1 game anymore. Let's make it 2 games."
Yeah, I know my teammate Friedan also ran into a tough weekend where he deranked as well, and he actually made a post in the GU Discord, and many others have done this before too, and he was just unhappy with the way the um, the ranking and the shield system works. It's not the best when you're trying really hard to rank up from Diamond to Mythic, because it's a bar and it's not clear how close you are or how far you are, and the shield sometimes is not accurate. So I've experienced it myself where it's frustrating where you feel like you only need one more win, instead you get a loss, and then you're like, okay, I just lost my shield.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned. I actually got back to Mythic the same stream I deranked, so
Oh, nice.
it wasn't that long of a journey because I went on a big winning streak after deranking.
Oh, okay, nice, nice. And you've been Mythic the whole week, right? Doing your daily 10?
Yeah, except I forgot to do it yesterday. Yesterday was just a busy day,
Oh, okay.
so.
What's your go-to for the daily 10 recently? Has it been Aggro War? Or I know you and I talked about it about, a couple months ago, and we were both doing hit and rush for the speed, but I think the meta has changed. So what's your go-to daily 10 for quickness?
Uh, yeah, well, quickness. I haven't been doing things for quickness
Okay.
recently. This week, I was mainly doing this off stream and focusing on trying to find a good deck for the weekend, and I was not successful. So we will be starting with Control War, and I really hope we don't play 18 games with it. So that's my current state.
So you did daily 10s this week with Control War, or other decks, and you
No,
felt
I
like,
did it with a lot of things. I was giving a lot of decks a little bit of a trial, and Control War has the biggest win rate.
oh, okay, okay. So do you think Control War is back then?
We'll see
We'll see.
tonight
Okay.
live on
All right.
stream.
All right. Friday night stream for
Either
Fake
that
News.
or it's gonna lose. It's gonna lose its first game, and then I'm gonna play something else. That's how most of my streams end up going.
Yeah. All right. Um, on the same topic of weekend rank, there was a tweet from Gods Unchained that it is their 200th weekend rank this weekend. So, for those of you that weren't here early on, weekend rank used to be a slightly different format. It used to be, I think, play as many games as you can over the weekend. People would play hundreds, and it would be whoever had the highest MMR. That caused burnout, so it changed to 25 games. When that 25 game format came out, it was promised to be a temporary solution. This was probably 2 years ago now. A temporary solution that, we'll do 25 games until we come up with something better. That never really, that was the format for a long time. Then it switched to 18 because people felt 25 was too much. So the current format is 18 games, but We are now on our 200 weekend of a temporary weekend event, and to celebrate our 200th weekend ranked, Gods Unchained is doubling the rewards, fake news. So you can get double your Mortal Judgment packs.
That's correct. If you do the mathematics in this situation, where you're talking about getting 10 wins and getting approximately $1 worth of cards, if you'll get approximately $2 worth of cards now. So this is really a good week to boost your wallet and become very rich playing the game.
And how many nuggets can, or how many tenders can we get with $2 in Alabama?
About two.
Two. Wow. San Francisco, you could probably get
Yeah.
a quarter of a tender.
Yeah. San Francisco, you're not getting any tenders for $2. They're gonna tell you that you can't eat today.
Yeah, you probably can't even step into the store. All right. So given that excitement of possibly doubling your financial gains, fake news, are you excited for this weekend ranked?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, at least it's something to celebrate for the people that like to try hard. Um, well, just I guess talking about the 200th weekend ranked. I mean, are we gonna see 400, 1,000? Do you feel like we need to change this, or are you just okay with the way it is?
I mean, I think that they should probably change the system every month or so, but they're not going to do that because that would require a lot of work and effort.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now it's just difficult because the prizes are Mortal Judgment, and I saw earlier in the Discord and Infinite Mana Discord today, like the entire you can buy an entire playset of Mortal Judgment right now for $45.
Wow. Well, that feels bad.
So that's the entire set, entire playset. And yeah, that's what you're winning. I mean, you've got a little bit of a lottery to pick up a Sprite Fire, which of course those are really hard to open in packs.
Oh, I didn't know those were still going. Okay, so those are still available.
Yeah, those are still available. Those will be available until Mortal Judgment goes away.
Okay, okay.
But even those are not very much. I think Copper said he bought his for $150, and they've gone down since he bought because he made a YouTube video about his little dragon buddies.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, it's funny. There's been a Spite Fire. I don't even know what this card is called.
I think
Sprite.
there's an R.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Sprite
there you
Fire.
go.
Okay.
And yeah,
$100.
yeah, you can get one for $100 right now, which considering there's only 104 of them in the game is relatively low. But of course, they can still have more come into the game.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just a really low pull. Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
it's very well. It's very hard to open when you think about how many Mortal Judgment packs have been out there, and
Hmm.
they've only had that many be open.
Yeah.
Granted, they could only be opened since post the Mythic being opened,
Oh, yeah.
but
Right, right. Okay. So they're in lieu of the myth. Once the mythic was pulled, this became the surprise pull.
yeah, it wasn't as rare as the Mythic, but it's still very, very rare and very, very hard to get.
Have you seen it played against you?
I have not. Well, no, actually, I have played it before. I got it off of Jason,
Oh, okay, okay. But you've never seen it
but
up
I
close.
have never faced it, so I have played it more times than I faced it, and I don't even own the card. That which is an interesting thing to say.
Yeah. So then, obviously, when you're saying the $45 set, it doesn't include this card, right? The $100 there.
Correct. Well, it's
But,
not. It's
but,
it's technically a promo, so
oh,
it's technically not a part of the set.
oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I just saw that here. Set promo. Okay, so it's not part of the Mortal Judgment set. Okay, okay. Interesting. Good to know there. Good to know. Well, I guess now we could say that people have double the chance of pulling one this weekend if they so choose to try hard.
Yes, you can get one, and then if you get a Dragon Boy, you can be very happy and have a successful weekend of pack opening.
Yeah, yeah. So then you theoretically you could 50x your $2 potential gain to $100. So that's a lot of tenders.
That would be very big if we were able to get that, but
Yeah, I think if
there's
you
no guarantees.
yeah, so if you do pull it, then I think it might be worth for you to do the 20-minute drive and go to Popeyes.
Yes, yes. Well, like closer to 25 minutes,
Oh.
but it's tough. Maybe 20 minutes if we just decide to remove all the traffic, but getting to that part of town can be difficult for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So it sounds like you're.
You
Go ahead.
Yeah, you only go there for special occasions. Like if you know, hypothetically, if I were to take someone to Popeyes, then they would be a very special person since that's a very high quality dining.
So do you put that on your Tinder? Will take you to Popeyes.
Nah, I haven't gotten any matches. I think that might be my problem though.
Well, maybe you need to put that on your, the bio, the front, the headline thing, right? It'll say, fake news. Will take you to Popeyes.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
that or might. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything to
Oh,
these people. I
oh,
mean,
please.
they need to prove themselves first that they're worthy of going to such a fine establishment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever you do, if you make first contact, don't send them a picture of your feet. That's what Clutch did, and the person just ignored them after that.
Oh, well, Clutch got matches, so he's ahead of me at the moment.
Well, we don't know what he's advertising, right? He might be talking about, Popeyes Deluxe or something.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So does he on his profile say that he's gonna take them to Popeyes and then instead when they match with him he just shows them feet pics and then they just get disgusted and leave? Is that the bait and switch he's pulling?
Yeah, yeah. It's all about, being the master fisherman, right? You got to use the right bait, and then after that, you just got to try to reel them in. But it doesn't guarantee you'll reel them in, but you got to have the right bait. All right. So, weekend rank predictions. You're going with Control War. You want to try to make a prediction on how your weekend rank will go? You said 13 wins last time, ended up with 11.
Yeah, I'll end up with 12 this time.
All right, 12 sounds solid. I think that's a good prize pool, and then if it's doubled, that's pretty good reward pack. Events, I don't think there's anything going on. The only event, have you heard anything? I heard of one thing, but let me know if you heard of anything.
No, I haven't really heard of anything.
Okay. The only event, not really an event, but I guess a happening, is that supposedly Loot Rush, which rents out cards to players, bought out a bunch of cards. So they spiked up some certain card prices like the Demogorgon. So I don't know if they feel like we're at the bottom and this is the time to pick up some cards, or they're trying to increase their inventory. But that's what I heard. Have you been approached by Loot Rush fake news?
There's a chance and then I think I swiped left on them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'm very nice to people who ask to sponsor me. So slide into my DMs and I can reject you kindly, just like everyone else rejects me on Tinder.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about the soft landing. You got to let them down gently.
Yeah, something like that,
Something.
or just ghost them. Mostly the main method I use.
Yeah. So yeah, talk about weekend rank. Let me talk about mine real quick. So I did I tried out Mirage's Control Magic deck. Didn't quite play it well. Ended up with 9. I also D-ranked, but I think it was fine for me to D-rank because what ended up happening was then I used the weekend to change to a faster deck and try to rank back up while I was getting my 30 wins, which is not really worth much with one pack, but I ended up ranking up and getting 30 wins, so it turned out okay for me. So I think this weekend I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go with a fast deck, maybe aggro war, and doesn't matter for me how I do there. And then if I derank, then that just kind of incentivizes me to try to go for 30 wins with another fast deck. Um, I think at this point it's not a concern for me to stay at Mythic for during the whole weekend rank. It just depends on when you start, and I'm currently at Mythic, so I think that's what I'll be doing for the weekend. I've been playing Aggro War a lot this week, and I like how quick my daily tens have been going.
Yeah, that's good for fast games for sure.
Yeah, and you probably noticed this too. The I don't have the shiniest decks, but the fragments I've been getting has been a lot. So I've been averaging 6 to 8 gods every day.
Yeah, and if you look at current gods
Oh,
prices, if you can, you can at the end of a week, if you save up all of your weekly gods earnings, I think you might be able to afford one chicken tender in San Francisco.
that's an incentive for me. That's a good incentive. All right. Um, so you have your Friday stream tonight, and then you're still planning your Sunday EUR friendly stream.
Yeah, yeah. Unless like last Sunday, what happened is there were people that were basically just roping me every single game, and then I just quit the stream.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just got tired of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if we will do a European friendly stream if they behave, but they didn't behave last week.
So you're queuing in at the EU time. So let's make an assumption that you're playing against EU players, and maybe is it France getting their revenge revenge on you?
Yeah, they just rope they stream snipe and rope every single turn. It's just completely ridiculous.
But and then would they actually make a move, or they would just like rope it, burn out their turn?
No, they would eventually make a move.
Okay. Yeah, that is
It,
frustrating.
it, it, imagine playing a flux wheel and then facing clutch every single game, and then that's pretty much what it felt like.
Yeah, yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, that's a lot of games, and if it's roping every turn, that just takes way too long. Yeah. So guys, for the 10 to 20 players playing, left playing GU, please behave. Please behave. Let's support our content creators because they're trying to keep the game interest going. You know, we'll grow everybody's back together. We'll go from one tender each to hopefully a full order of 6 tenders for everybody. All right. Anything
Wow,
else?
we're getting an entire meal.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
that would be big.
yeah. One small step at a time. Fake news. We can't just moon here now. We gotta be realistic. All right. Anything else? Fake news.
Nope, I got nothing.
Cool, cool. All right, yeah, that's it for me too as well. Everybody, please have a good weekend rank. Have fun. Don't stress over too much on your weekend rank, even though it is double rewards. Again, you might increase your winnings from $1 to $2, or if you feel like you want to get that Sprite fire, then obviously try hard, but don't stress too much. Until next time, roll tide.
Roll Tide.